You've just been asked if you'd like a student teacher for the upcoming year. Should you say yes? Before we begin, I just want to give you some reasons why you might want to say no. If you're thinking having a student teacher is going to be easier for you, that person's going to be doing all this work and making the teaching world a little bit easy for you, you might want to say no. Because there's a lot of investment, energy, and time in working with a student teacher. Another reason why you might want to say no is if you're the type of person, whether intentionally or not, you love your students, and so you might have a tendency to want to micromanage that student teacher so that it makes it difficult for them to take risks and innovate and try different things. You might want to say no. So those are two reasons why you might want to say no, but today's main focus is three reasons why you might want to actually say yes. Now, the first reason why you might want to say yes is because I think when you work with a student teacher, you're going to grow as a teacher. I know you're the mentor teacher, and so there's this feeling like, oh, I'm the one that knows all the strategies, approaches, procedures, and so forth. But oftentimes, having another person in the class, having another person who's gone through the credentialing program, they'll often have a lot of ideas, life experiences, ways to connect, strategies that you never considered before. Or through your collaboration, new ideas for me. So just like in the classroom, when you think, pair, share, and students dialogue with one another, and because they're dialoguing with one another, they're growing in their understanding and learning and creating new knowledge. That oftentimes happens when I collaborate with another teacher, or a student teacher for that matter. The second reason why you might want to say yes to having a student teacher is because you're going to be the one that grows as an educational leader. So as you coach, as you support, as you mentor, you're growing in your confidence, you're growing in your strength to be able to be in other places where you can do the same. Be a great teacher to work with, support other teachers, collaborate well with other teachers. It kind of provides a wonderful training ground, and it's not really a training ground because this is real work that's happening for you to grow as an educational leader. So I highly recommend this. I've had the opportunity and privilege to work with 6 student teachers in my career, each one of them super special, and I've learned from each one of them. And now they're off in their different places making a difference to like 200 students every year. So think about that. Over time, 200 students every single year. The impact of that, that's a great impact that you're making in schools around us. And the third reason you might want to be a student teacher or say yes to a student teacher is your own students may benefit. And this is kind of a big fear I think a lot of teachers have. Maybe my students will suffer because they have a student teacher. But I find that this is often not the case because when you have that student teacher in your class, it's not just one teacher in that class, it's 2 now. That student teacher is under your guidance, and it's going to be a slow release to provide that support. That student teacher is going to be well prepared by the time they're teaching various portions of your class. And I might have another Ed Family video to talk about how to be a great mentor teacher and how to be a great student teacher. 2 separate videos on that, but that will be for the future. As we think about education, have we stewarded this role of mentor teaching and student teaching well in our country? I think this is something that can definitely grow. Oftentimes, mentor teachers are not compensated in any way for the mentoring and coaching that they provide for a student teacher. I think about other fields where you got a trainer or a coach. Those folks are compensated well for training up the next generation. And why isn't it the case in schools or even teacher preparation programs? Secondly, the student teacher is not just a student teacher. They're the teacher. When they're teaching, they're the teacher. And they're doing a lot of work as well. And so student teachers are oftentimes not compensated either. And when I think about other fields where you're an intern or you are providing some type of service or working, I'm not saying this needs to be the highest salary in the world, but something, right? So this is just another great reminder of how we need to support our schools, support educators, support teacher preparation programs, support student teachers, And I wish we did so, because who's going to benefit? It's the students that are going to benefit. And who are the students? They're the future of our great country. Thank you for your support. This is Dr. Kim from Ed Family signing out.